What's up, y'all? It is Phoenix here. And I don't know, we're just gonna figure today out. Kinda lost. All over the place right now. Okay, I remember that day. As far as anything goes, um, shout outs to my brother Millie Rock for the follow. We're gonna update the follower goal. It means we met the current follower goal. We're gonna bump it up to the next 5. So 35, and then 40 will be the next goal. And then after that, we'll have 45 and then 50 followers. Um, so, yeah, I don't think the book is up on Amazon yet. I will check. Once the book is up on Amazon, I can share the link. The new link, okay, so to explain, yesterday if you watched the stream or yesterday if you watched the video, Amazon canceled my, uh, first of all, they locked me out while I was streaming of my pre-order application. So I chatted with customer service on stream about having them unlock it, and then at 3:15 a.m. they canceled it, and then notified the customers about the pre-order being canceled because I didn't get it in time, which is stupid on their part because they didn't specify exactly what time it needed to be ready. Um, they said by 11, by they said by March 29th, and I thought that meant 11:59 March 29th, which I was ready for. Um, but like I said, when I checked on stream, I was locked out. They canceled it at 3:15 the next day. Um, Customer service was no help. Absolutely, like what's the word? No help whatsoever. Um, and yeah, so they just told me to republish the thing. Apparently, they put a year ban on you if for publishing if you don't upload anything in time for the manuscript. But the guy I talked to over the phone lifted it. Here's the cover. It's the PDF. The guy over the phone lifted it. Um, so I uploaded another version of the book. It should be here by Friday, April 3rd. Um, and yeah, then I got a note from my editor that said he forgot to add chapter 12 to the table of contents. But I already submitted the book, and there's not like I don't think there's anything. Where is it? Did I close out of it? Close this. There's nothing I can do about that now because it's final. And that was also partially on my part because um, I didn't check. I should have checked. I didn't. So here, the original was canceled, and they can't just uncancel it or not cancel it, undo the cancel. So the paperback is now linked. Instead of linking with this cancel ebook, I linked it to this one that's being published. Um, I also started another paperback. I might just change it to the second one later down the line because I can't, for some stupid reason, I can't delete these books off the bookshelf. It's just gonna take up space, but whatever. Um, so let's hope it'll be there. It said it'll take a minute to get in the store, so we'll just have to see. We will have to see. I wonder if there's a way to have like automatic updates for who the previous follower was. It might be like a different layout thing. Where's Keep Capture Webcam? Wallpaper. It might be something like OBS. Oh wait, Twitch alert. Can I add that? What does this do? Oh, I can do all of these. Can I move it? I wonder what it's gonna look like when I follow host subscription. God, this alert background black, right? Yeah, that's good enough. Hmm. Maybe I should just have it like at the bottom here. Stretch it out. Yeah. I wonder what it'll look like. So you guys can't see it because it's not gonna have any it doesn't have like a border around it or anything. What does AMA mean? Ask me anything, Noah the goat. That's where I am with Amazon. Trying to figure it out. Hopefully everything will be good by this Friday. I think I want to get back to finishing some of these new characters. Um, my friends gave me the idea. I was thinking about giving this ruthless fighter, unmatched fighter dude, elemental edge to him. Lightning's a pretty common element to use. Um, magma might have been a good one. I think I have one other lava character. Um, sand I think would have been really cool, but they gave me the idea to use crystal, and I think that's what we're going with. I don't have a real name for it. I don't even have a like. I don't even want to call him super name, like a reborn name for him yet. Um, I'm thinking about it either being along the lines of what antithesis represents, like an idea. His antithesis is supposed to be a soldier. He's also in the real world. Why I made him is he's supposed to be the antithesis to all of those hell-based characters that you see: Spawn, Scorpion, Ghost Rider, Doom Guy. Even though he's not a demon, I don't think. Um, all those characters. I might want to go along the lines with something like that, but I don't want it to be like his antithesis' name shortened is just anti. So I don't know where exactly to go with this guy. I don't want to name him Onyx, I don't think. I want his crystals to be white. He's going to be another angel based character. I think I'm going to have him, his backstory is going to be making a deal with an angel instead of a demon. But it's not one of the good angels. I have it here, or a human that made a deal with an angel like Apathiel or Azazel. If it's Apathiel, when Apathiel is killed, spoiler, in a limbo war by Anti, This would lift his contract, which would also give him reason to join the current story. Um, so I think that'll be his backstory. He has to have a reason as to why he made a deal with an angel. And all of these characters are not like they can be religious based, but they're not like super religious. Like they're not praying and stuff like that. Like they're in that realm, so they have like no reason to. Um, I think this is gonna be his backstory. I don't want him to be a Blackwing Angel. Um, this kid, the backstory I told you guys about that was in a dream that I came up with in a dream, and tried to decipher in real life. I think I'm going to give that to Frostbite, who is one of the villains who also happens to be a child in Dark Before Dawn here. Um, Cryoman's villains are all mythological creature based. So I have not come up with a good creature that would be along the lines or similar to what Frostbite would be. But this will be his backstory. I was thinking of, I knew he was going to be a runaway kid, but I was trying to think of a reason as to why he would be a runaway. So this dream actually gave me the perfect backstory for him. I don't have a real name for him yet. Neutral evil. He's a runaway, unhappy runaway. Miles Basis. He's just that one character that you know how hero characters will have at least one villain or anti-hero they fight that has similar powers. He's like that. His ice rivals Cryoman, but I don't think his ice can beat Cryoman. His ice is also red because he's bad. So there's that. Um, I don't know if I want him to have the infinite space backpack because this is for another main character of a different series. So we might remove that. I don't have any, like I said, I don't have any mythological creatures to base them off of. But for example, let me give you an example as to what the I'm blanking a lot. Mythological creature similarities lie. Like for these villains, Legacy is a dude that comes reincarnated every time he dies, and he's doing like he gets tattoos of what he was in the previous life. Um, and he's based off of a Phoenix because the Phoenix is constantly reborn. Singularity, I don't have any similarities for yet. Manticore, that's what he's based off of. I can't guess. It's the Manticore. Overheat, he's also Phoenix based, but there's something called the I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is a fire based uh, mythical creature. We got the Lich, the Imp. I think I named him Cyber. Yeah, he's based off of the Chimera. Based off Chimera. And then there's two others. The Manticore is another like merged merged animal being. It's merged animal creature. And then I think I also made Censor, other one. I think Censor is more like Sphinx. The Sphinx. I don't think I have any more for those. And then I just have the straight up creature names down here because I don't have characters attached to them just yet. Um, we're gonna have a horse guy at some point, or it could be female. I just put dude as a gender neutral thing. Minotaur, dragon, unicorn, all that stuff. But I want to go back up to. I doesn't have a name. Oh, the Iron Man Batman parody character. I told you before that I was going to come up with all of these names and then the right name would come to me. The right name came to me and it has nothing to do with any of the names before. It doesn't even have man in the name. His name is Night Knight. Um, Shout outs to John for giving me that stupid name. Um, so he's obviously a parody character. So that I don't know why I repeated the Fate Justice League for all of these new characters, but I think that's in case I just in case I move them over before um I finish the list. Which I probably won't finish the list, won't move them over before you know what I meant. So I got this dude. I've been trying hard to come up with a maybe crystal based name that I don't want anybody to give me any names. I'm not asking for names because if I give you a name, I'm gonna have to give you credit for the name. I don't want to do that. I don't want to run into any legal problems with any of this. Um, Stan Stonestein's pretty cool, but he's not a sand based character, and I might want to save that for something else. Um, I was debating, like I said before, I was debating on whether to name him uh like after a crystal related word or a concept like I did Antithesis, who will be his rival. Um, all these are the stone names. I couldn't find anything. I was thinking of using just Silver's a okay. I was just thinking of using parts of some of these words. Most of them end in "ite." I don't want to have "ite" in this name. That's just stupid. Thinking about using prefixes. That's what I meant. Of some of these words and then ending in something like "us," like "us," or "os" or "is." Like I did Malos. His name just straight up means bad. So, um, but I really couldn't find any good ones. Thinking about naming him after a concept instead. Concept name that hasn't been taken, like Virtue Man. I wonder. Yep, of course. There's a few. You can't copyright the word itself. So if you name a character with that word, it's fine. But I don't want to have characters that share a name with many of the share a name with other characters, possibly similar to them. Then you run into the problem of looking a character up. And you're like, no, I meant the character from this universe or this franchise, and I'd rather my names just be unique or completely made up. Um, so yeah, I went through this all last night and could not find anything good. Then I thought, if antithesis is the opposite, what's something similar? You got synonym, right? I don't think that's a good idea either. It'll come to me. I just gotta let it come to me. Then I was looking at crystal power applications. Ice metal. This is just association. Electric generation. Visibility using crystal. Generation using crystal. What? Using earth. Okay. Um, that's weird. Crystal healing, aura, flight generation, contracts. Okay, so he's just gonna fight crystals. Be really simple if they were female, because then I just named them Crystal, but that's not nearly that creative. Um, we'll figure it out. I was also thinking about giving Anti some more new weapons, like as he's on the path to redeem himself and get back into the good graces of the Archangels. Um, I want him to just learn about stuff and such on his journey and maybe acquire some new things. Similar to how I have Detrius. Okay, so if you look at here and on, all the way to here, this is all the Dragon of War's special items. He's got his own knives, which he was born with, not born with, but given since birth. Um, the Book of Creation. These are. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't read the descriptions if I were you, because they're kind of spoilers. Um, the Book of Creation. He got the Cadaver Scroll. He got his own watch, Ring of Delia, Seal of Memphis. I have to add a description for this. Chains of Command. His wrist chains. So I gave him like wrist chain accessories in his picture, but I changed that into a weapon as well. So they like extend. So if they just start glowing and just extend, because magic. Um, Tortoise shield. Tortoises are like this alien planet's version of turtles. Gauntlets of Decay, which he gets from his brother. I'm not gonna say how he gets it from his brother. He gets it from his brother. Um, so he's a very versatile fighter, and I kind of want the same to go for the noise. I want the same to go for Anti, because he's like an adventure based character. Kind of want the same for Fulgur, because she has her lightning axe and she's supposed to be. So we have like adventurous types from all different walks of. Where's my similar document? All different walks. So we have the alien dragon god that has a whole bunch of items that they acquired from either beating people or being given to them. Then we have the straight up alien chick, Fulgur, who pretty much does the same thing. Then we have Anti, who's the angel dimension based loner type, adventurous type. I think I have adventurous in the similar characters document. I'm looking. I think I have other examples as well. Adventures. You're not in here? No. Okay. Motionless, innocent, colors, the rich. There's a lot of rich characters I have that not normally like they don't normally throw it in people's faces. Animal like, so these are like animal based characters. I'm gonna add probably the entire list of Cryoman's villains to this because they're mythological creature based. Um, so that's those foreign, so they're just not from the United States. I really love the. I said this in yesterday's stream. I really love the unique power um, thing. Oh, it was here. It just didn't find it. Yeah, this is the Adventurous Loners collection. Similar characters. So we have Ecto, who's the ghost ninja guy. Um, we have Vicaro, who's really only about one thing. To explain his powers again for anybody who might be new here. Um, I need this open right now. We don't. Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to see a picture. Maybe. I don't feel like opening pictures right now. You've probably seen them before. So his crazy superpowers. He's a space cowboy essentially, right? And his abilities are here. So he has two revolving pistols with an infinite amount that shoot an infinite amount of a certain bullet. Um, there are 8 chambers in each pistol instead of 6, like a normal revolver, because there are 8 colors. Um, so there's red, which he has. He has 2 reds. The red paralyzes when you shoot somebody with the bullet. Blue shoots freezing bullets, so that freezes somebody. Green heals any ailment from the pistols. So say he paralyzes somebody with a shot to the leg, and then he shoots a green bullet around the same area. It'll heal that. It'll heal that paralyzation wound. Yellow shoots flaming. Orange shoots explosive. Violet shoots nets, which he uses. I think he uses violet the most, because he's a bounty hunter, so he's constantly chasing after um, people. And I'm going to do a short story at some point, and I might do this on stream, um, where he's on a quest to find the white and black bullets. So white resurrects any being. Um, I haven't specified what kind of being yet. If a god dies, can he resurrect a god? I don't know yet. Um, Black kills any being, and I'm not specific. I haven't been specific on what, like, where in the tier list these bullets have power over. Excuse me. So that's Vicaro. Milestone. He's not really. I wouldn't put him here actually. He doesn't collect, and he's not. He's a loner, but he's not like adventurous. Um, and slowly over time, he's not. It becomes less and less of a loner. Um, Plasma, yeah, he kind of is. Oro, not a collector. He's adventurous. I might put him here, but if I have to, like, I don't think I would. He doesn't really like do much on his own. You'll always see him with some of the other characters in the story. Strive, not really either. I mean, he was at first when he was first introduced in the series, but get rid of him. Ogre is one of the ones I was talking about. She 100% is one of them. Slayer, he's part of the third series I'm developing, the Giant Slayer. He's 100% belong to this category. And then we have the 2 I mentioned before we got here, Antithesis and Atreus. They're both also, all 3 are also in the Murderous Warriors category. So they're not afraid to kill people, potentially. And then both of them, Antithesis and Atreus, are also in the those not meant to be defeated category. If they were to fight each other, Malice would still come out on top. Might not be easy. No, it would be easy. It would be 100% easy. Um, so that's that. I completely forgot why I opened that document. Oh, I was talking about wanting to give Anti some new weapons, maybe a crossbow. Um, I'm just gonna write some down. Crossbow connected to and all of these weapons. Of course, I'm gonna give really stupid but epic sounding names. Crossbow connected to chains of sacrifice. So it needs 2 elements to work on his part. Chains of sacrifice and with daggers of deception on the end. So with his chains of sacrifice wrapped around his daggers of deception, he could use it like a spear. He could also just not use the daggers and use the chains as chains. He can also wrap the chains around his sword, which he doesn't really do a lot because he can just teleport to his sword or call it back. And he's the only one that can call it back. Recall. That's an easier way of saying that. Something about using a crossbow, or maybe it'll be something that shoots infinite. I like infinite stuff. I don't like things having a limited supply, like bullets and normal guns. Um, so I might just make it or arrow, infinite energy arrow crossbow. It might not even be energy. I might make it his flames, his cosmic holy flames. He could do something with. So that might be something. What else can we give him? Something creative. He can already teleport. I guess it'd help to look at his abilities. Come on. Okay. Weapons. Dimension Splitter. Cut through anything. Very well. Only two beings. Yeah. And the Sacrifice. Daggers of Deception. Chronocron's Watch. Is Chronocron in this list? Yeah, Chronocron's Watches. So he does have Chronocron's Watch. Um, he acquires it at some point. I'm probably gonna make it where he acquires it in one of his multiple short stories of graces of the archangels. Rewind time by 3 seconds. So he's probably gonna steal the watch from Chronocron, maybe, or the Cosmic Council might give him a test, and he earns the watch in that. That's how he got the Oh shoot, the Dimension Belt isn't on here. It's not armor. I forgot what I called it exactly. Like, it's not exactly a weapon, but it's not armor either. It's like artifact. Let's call it artifact for now. I. Um. So we're gonna. Chronocron's watch is not actually a weapon, so we're gonna move this down to artifacts, and then also put the Axel's dimensional belt here. Thing he keeps around his waist. I'll bring up a picture. He keeps around his waist is Axel's dimensional belt, and it's the thing that brought him into this current universe. Ready. Here's Axel. This is Axel's belt here. This silver. Where is Grandpa here? So he has. So you see, he has the same exact belt, same color and everything. Um, Come on, work with me. Um, so I'm thinking about adding a crossbow to his arsenal. Okay, see. This is the dimensional belt, Axel's dimensional belt. He doesn't have a watch visible here. This is when I first threw him kind of early, before I knew I'd be adding much more stuff to him. Um, it just takes a minute for me to come up with like creative, different weapons for somebody like. Oh no, we're dropping frames again. Please let the stream continue. Um, Somebody like him, like different artifacts that aren't already in his power set. You know, because the dude has a lot of powers. Supernatural swordsmanship, dimensional travel, I need to edit this. He doesn't have dimensional travel. The belt grants him dimensional travel. I'm gonna put dimensional travel here. Universal travel. Going to that. That is also from the belt. That's what I meant. Universal travel. So the belt is able to do both dimensional and universal. As Axel being the cosmic council member, the embodiment sentry of space, he's got to be able to go anywhere at any point in the universe. And combined with Chronocron, he should be able to go anywhere uh, at any point in the universe or any of the universes. Don't worry, for my um, story, we only have one other alternate universe, and we visit it maybe twice, maybe twice, because Anti is from an alternate universe, and goes through his entire origin in that universe. Um, and then Axel's belt brings him to the current universe, the one that this whole story is taking place in. Um, and then at the beginning of Beyond, the eighth book, we see Apotheo from an alternate universe come into the main universe. Um, so they're like the only two characters really dealing with alternate universes. And at this point, and I want to keep it really small like this, there's only been two alternate universes. One that Anti came from because he wasn't in this main one, and one that another Apotheo came from. So right now in the story, there's been three Apotheos. Um, there's one in the main universe, and there was one in Anti's universe, and then there's the one from neither one of those universes that came over to the main universe. Um, yeah, Apotheo, obviously for me, talking a lot about him, he's a very important villain, but he's an archangel character. Um, and I use the angels more than the demons because I want to prove that angel-based or archangel characters can be cool too. So, yeah, he's like one of the only bad ones though. But with him, his domain being the archangel of deception, you can't really blame him, can you? Um, so that's that. Um, he's already pretty OP as it is. I'm just trying to think of things that might add to his arsenal that, like I said, is not already there. He has angelic physiology, which grants him all the basic things you need to be just super everything. He doesn't have flight. I don't want him to be able to fly. If he can teleport, he really doesn't need to fly. Um, he has fire stuff and plasma stuff, and then plasma fire stuff. Teleportation is phasing. When did I give him phasing? Maybe that should be. I don't think he should have phasing. When did I give him? I don't remember giving him phasing. I'm gonna have to change that. So maybe that'll be an artifact that he's able to use. Phasing. Something that grants him phasing. Um, Another artifact. There we go. Okay. Um, I'm also. Oh, that's what we should do. Trying to plan out some of his other stories, his other short stories that I don't know. Did I post his origin on Wattpad yet? I only posted Arid and somebody else. It wasn't Anti. I don't think I posted any of Anti's things on Wattpad yet. Arids and Malices. Okay. Oh, look. These have little medals. 642 and 225. I got medals, guys. I think that's what I'll do. Maybe. Actually, I can do that on stream. Um, but first, I need to just create a document where I have his stories, like, where I'm starting to plan out his short stories. Because he is. Oh, God, do I have to open the document to remember who's my favorite character? I do. I do. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, go back. Go. There you go. Come on. There you go. Okay. F favorites. And I hate seeing as many tabs as this. I know I'm going to close them out. We don't need the similar document anymore, so let's close out of that. What else don't we need? I need to rewatch The Boys. Crap. Watch me need this in a second. I'm probably going to need this in a second, but for right now, really don't need it. I'll close out of it. I assure you, I'm either going to need it today, tomorrow, or at some point this week. And I always close out of it when I need it. So I'm looking at it right now, make sure these alien races, not dealing with aliens right now. We're going to close it. Okay. Need special items. This is loading forever. We're going to go to novels, descended. Come on, fam. Short stories. Don't mind the origins books. Those were supposed to be books at some point, but I decided against it and just started adding the origins to the first book. That also increased the length of the book because it was really short before. Say like half the book is origins. Don't let that discourage you from buying it. Um, I'm really hoping that link is ready soon. I want to check it again. Nothing yet. All right. No sweat. I think we had a folder for him actually. Then an interview circle, God Killer, British Ghost Kid. Okay. So he's had 2 short stories so far. And we're going to make a short story list for him. Wow, favorite characters, it's still loading. I just wanted to answer my own question about something I wanted to know that I should know about myself. Fourth, Cryoman is at the top, Detrius, Malos, Antithesis. Dang, he's not my third? I really like him. He might need to be above. He might need to switch places with Detrius. I think I want him to switch places with Detrius. The list changes constantly, so there's don't take this. Don't take this to heart. Oh God, no! I didn't. No, why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that? I'm not doing that. Why is it highlighting on its own? No, that's not what I meant to do. I I undid it. What? Trackpad? I had anti there. It's probably my trackpad. And Detrius here. Okay, so second. Cryoman will never move from the top, I don't think. So there's that. This is the new document. Why is the new document loading? Why, why would it need to? Whatever. Anti short story lists and descriptions. I'm not gonna add descriptions now. So we're gonna just do it in order. The abandoned Also never referred to as the Abandoned Angel, but I think that was originally supposed to be his name. Actually, it was supposed to be a different character. Origin. What did I call it? The Abandoned Angel Anti-Origin? Antithesis Origin. Don't fret if you can't say his name, just call him Anti for short. Everybody does. The Abandoned Angel. Oh, crap. Captivity, right? Yeah. Captivity. I forgot what was going to be after this one. Probably the one where he's fighting the new guy. Guy we're creating the fighter type with the crystal powers. Um, let's just call it Pepsi Crystal. Pepsi Crystal Man fight rivalry. Um, then one where he acquires needs stories. Each story, like when he acquires a new item, there should be a short story attached to it. So let me move this over. Actually, I get confused with these tabs sometimes. I don't need this many tabs open ever in life, but I'm gonna have one where he acquires the crossbow if we're going to add a crossbow to his arsenal, or bow and arrow. It could be a bow and arrow. I don't know. I already have a bow and arrow character. I don't have anybody with a crossbow, so it might be a crossbow. Arrow. And then oh crap! I need to move this over. Oh, we gotta move this back over. Uh, okay, move this up here. If we were looking at his artifacts, so he acquired Axel's dimensional belt in his origin. This is why he has it in the picture, right? In his mugshot here, right? And one where he acquires Chronocron's watch and another artifact which I haven't come up with yet because a lot of characters, a lot of angel base, a lot of demon base, a lot of non either of those. A lot of alien characters. He can go literally anywhere because the dude has teleportation, and there's no limit on where he can teleport to. If you can imagine where he wants to go, he can go there. Um, yeah, that's pretty much limitations. It's not like he can only teleport where he's been before. I know that's sometimes an application to limit somebody's ability to teleportation can be a really useful power. And I always try to ask people, well, if you're watching right, would you rather have teleportation, real life? You're in the real world right now. You have a choice. You got a genie in front of you, like, hey, bro, hey, listen, I'm a genie, right? I got all these powers, but I'm only giving you one choice, right? I'm only giving you one wish, and you got two choices in this wish, right? Two choices, technically speaking. You get teleportation. You have no limitations. You can go wherever you want. I wouldn't go to space though, because you might have the spacesuit on. Wherever you want on the planet, no limitations, whatever. Right? You get telekinesis, which has a lot of applications to it, like a ridiculous. That's one of the. I think that might be one of the most, right, maybe hard to break down ability wise superpowers. But let me get back into character for the game. Got telekinesis, right? Or you choose neither. You don't have to. I can just go to somebody else and be like, "Hey, bro, I might have some the same questions." I'll just move on until I grant somebody that question. So teleportation or telekinesis, essentially. Um, I gave him teleportation because It's cool. As far as like visuals, like teleportation can also be anything visually. So he teleports into like a smoke of fire, a cloud of fire, then appears from a cloud of fire. Um, Telekinesis could also be like you don't need to move anything in order to lift something with your mind. You got to do that thing with your mind in order to do it, or you can just put your hand out. I don't know. Or they could be glowing to all of that. Like you got your fingers glow, and then your hand glows, and the object glows. There's a lot of visual stuff to it too. Um, where was I going with this? I don't know. Um, yeah, if you're watching, let me know. Let me know teleportation or telekinesis and why. You gotta give me a. You can't just say yeah teleportation. Period. And then not tell me why. I don't know why. What's your reasoning? For me, realistically, I'm going teleportation. I know telekinesis. There's a lot to it. Well, a whole lot of telekinesis, but you cannot instantly appear anywhere with telekinesis. You can fly. You can make you lift yourself up and fly technically with telekinesis, but that's gonna bring attention to yourself. If you teleport somewhere where you know nobody is around, but near somebody somewhere where you want to be, you gotta think real world. Like the government might be after you if you got telekinesis and you like just flying around like, hey girl, I got telekinesis. Like I could lift this remote. That. If you got teleportation, you kind of just keep to yourself. Realistically, for me, I don't drive. I don't like driving. So if I could just teleport to where I need to be and then just get back home in an instant, or I'm at like a party or something and I don't want to be there, and whoever I'm with don't want to be there, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to just pop on out of here. I'm like, yeah, sure, bro. And we just grab on, they grab my shoulder, or whatever, and we pop back home. Or I drop them off, pop back to their place, and then pop back to my place. You know, like realistically speaking, it's I for my life, it's there's a lot of application, a lot more usefulness out of it, and you can keep it secret pretty well. You don't have to tell anybody. If you do, like, and I don't know, there might be problems with telling. There's definitely problems with telling people either way if you have either one of those abilities. I'd say more telekinesis, but I don't know. I mean, you could get you could start your own taxi business with teleportation. But be like, yo, I'm outside. It's your Uber, and they walk outside and they're like, bro, where's your car? Did you walk here? And they're like, nah, bro, grab my shoulder. Let me show you something. And then they'll, of course, be skeptical, like, oh, weird. They might do it anyway. And then, bam, at the address they needed you to take them to. And they're like, bro, 5 stars. Anyway, all right. Chronocon's watch. We're going to need a short story for that. I might clip that. Chronocon's watch story. What else? Another artifact. I'm gonna have to come up with whatever this artifact is. Another artifact that grants him phasing story. He really doesn't need phasing because he can really heal from any wound. The dude actually cannot be killed. For example, in his origin story, the Cosmic Council member Domination, who is the Century of Destruction, ripped his body apart and then threw a car on top of him that exploded, and the flame set every chunk of his body on fire, and then he was like literally nothing but ash. But then dude just popped right out, even though there was nothing of him left besides the ash. And it's not like he rose from the ashes like a phoenix or whatever. Um, he's materialized because his will is it's some writer BS. His will is so strong, or so I forgot how I explained it. The will is so strong, or something that he could never be wiped from existence. So physically, soulfully, whatever. You can try capturing a soul, but that's not gonna happen likely. Maybe I should do a story about that. There's one where he makes and chewing that gum for an hour. I don't know maybe I'll do that. There's one where he makes a deal with the deal demon Urza Bathory, but I don't know where I want to put that story exactly. I might have made a note of that on my phone. Where are my notes? No, this is Malice's goal. Okay, yeah. Anti gets close to getting back to the good graces of the angels, but Urza enacts her deals and he is forced to fight for her. He and Arid, another character I wrote a short story for, have a heart-to-heart moment, with Arid telling him Anti didn't know when Anti made the deal. Anti says he did know, which makes him that much more unworthy of returning to the good graces of heaven. However, in a crucial moment of the arc, he forces himself to do a heel turn and suffer the dark punishment coming his way for turning on Urza, but instead of facing the punishment, the angels exonerate him from the deal. And then he goes back. I think so. That might be the final short story. I think we're gonna make it that. Um, no, it might have to be a part of the Deal Demon arc because if it's dealing with her and she's enacting her plan, um, he's gonna have to be a part of that. So that might have to be in the Deal Demon arc. So I'm gonna write it down in here and get rid of it from my notes because I don't like my notes to be cluttered. I'm gonna throw it on in here at the bottom. Anti gets good graces. Gets close to getting back into the good graces of the angels. But do I have to type all this? I could copy this, but it feels good to type. No, it doesn't. I'm copying this. I have the Docs app, so I'm just going to do that and make it easier on y'all too. To sit there and listen to me write out a paragraph I just read to you. Here we go. Oh no, wait, hang on. Okay. Here we go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Alright. Oh, did I spell? I used the wrong heel? Oh my god. When do I ever? I do that a lot actually. Okay, so I'm trying to think of any other creative powers he could get from any sort of artifacts or any sort of special weapons he can get. Maybe there's a special weapon I have not used yet that would be creative for him to use. Maybe a shield would be cool. I like Zeta's light shield concept I came up with. So Zeta here, we're dropping frames again. We're almost done. Zeta here, she's part of another series of mine called Specialists. Also, all of these series are in the Virtuous universe. Specialists, right? She's the main character of this series. Um, she has this light shield here, and essentially she's part of like a university where they're all given, and it's a very, very, very small university. They're all given one superpower and one special weapon and go along with their superpower. She's given a light shield. Um, and when she throws the light shield, she can manipulate the air current, the air waves around the shield to make it go where she wants. So it's kind of like she has telekinesis with her shield. Kind of, not really. Um, she's able to manipulate the airwaves around it so it can go where she wants it to go. It can bounce and ricochet and all of that with her controlling the air around it. Um, but in case she loses it or tries to bring it or is unable to bring it back to herself, she can just press a button on the little gauntlet here. You can't see the other side of it, but let's just pretend there's a button on the other end. She just press a button and it'll rematerialize right back on her thing. So that'd be cool to give him, but it's hers. Let her have something. Um, I'm trying to come up with other creative things like that for him to use. Maybe something to do with fire. I mean, he can already infuse his plasmic holy fire with the angelium weapons he's using, so like his sword and chains and the dagger. Um, because he can like superheat it to where it's like unbreakable and it'll melt through anything, or whatever. Uh, maybe some of the teleportation. Well, he already has the belt to go with that. Agelessness, not really that important. Uh, yeah, we'll come up with something. It's 8:59. I think we're just gonna end it here without me having to force myself into getting into something else before we end it. Hope you guys don't mind, but maybe next time we'll spend the time uploading one of Anti's stories to Wattpad. Because why not? It's free to upload here, so and it'll be more coverage. So we'll see. Thank you to everybody that watched today. Thank you, Noah the Goat, for stopping by. Um, and once again, shout outs to Millie Rock. I know who it was that followed me. I don't think they want their name out. But once again, shout outs to Millie Rock for the follow. We met our 35 follower goal. So we're 15 away from 50. That'll be the ultimate goal. And we can become affiliated. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it from your boy today. I will see everybody back here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. And I'm trying to get more consistent with uploads on YouTube too. So, yeah, yeah. Same day upload to YouTube. I'm gonna upload it right after this, hopefully. I'm gonna go. We gotta get the button ready. Lags. There we go. All right. Thanks for watching, y'all. Base Phoenix signing off.